Welcome to the Explainer. So if you've ever worked with state management in a big app, you've probably heard of Redux, and maybe you've heard a few groans to go along with it. Well, today we're diving into Redux Toolkit, the official modern way to do Redux that takes it from being a total headache to an absolute powerhouse. All right, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we got to look at the old way, why classic Redux got such a tough reputation. Then we'll bring in the hero of the story, Redux Toolkit, or RTK. We'll get into its main idea, this thing called a slice, then we'll check out its biggest superpower, RTK Query. And finally, we'll wrap up with some best practices so you can use it like a pro. So to really get why RTK is such a big deal, we have to rewind a bit. We need to understand the problem first. So let's look at the challenges that made the original Redux kind of infamous. For a long time, Redux was the king of complex state management, no question about its power. But man, it came with a reputation. A lot of developers felt like setting it up and just keeping it going was like wrestling a bear. I mean, seriously, just to add one tiny feature, you had to jump between files for your actions, your reducers, your constants. The store setup was complicated, and if you needed to do anything with an API call, you had to pull in more packages and write even more boilerplate. It just killed productivity. So all that pain and all those complaints? The Redux team heard them loud and clear, and they created the official solution, Redux Toolkit, or what everyone just calls RTK. And this is the key thing to get. RTK isn't some random add-on. It is modern Redux. It's the standard. It was built from the ground up to get rid of all that boilerplate and make the common stuff easy, which makes state management faster, cleaner, and honestly, way more fun. And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Every single one of those major headaches from classic Redux has a direct fix in the toolkit. Too much boilerplate? Gone. Replaced by automatic action creators. Juggling all those files? Solved by the slice structure we're about to see. It's a complete reimagining of the experience. So how does RTK do all this? Is it magic? Well, kinda. It all boils down to one fundamental concept that changes the entire game, the slice. This right here is the heart of why RTK is so simple. Think about it. Instead of having the logic for, say, a user profile spread out across 3 different folders, a slice keeps it all together in one place. Your initial state, the functions that update it, and the actions that trigger those updates, they all live together in one neat, self-contained file. And making one is unbelievably simple. You use this function called createSlice, you give your slice a name, like user, you tell it what the starting state should be, and then you just write your reducer functions. That's it. RTK handles generating all the actions and the other tedious stuff for you in the background. Okay, and this is where it gets really cool. Under the hood, RTK uses a library called Immer, and Immer lets you write code that looks like you're breaking the rules and changing state directly, like state.count+1. But what's really happening is Immer is catching that and turning it into a perfectly safe, immutable update for you. This one thing gets rid of maybe the biggest source of bugs in old Redux. Okay, so RTK cleans up our state on the client side. That's awesome. But what about the really messy part of modern apps? Getting data from a server. Well, this is where RTK has a true superpower. Now, for any kind of async work, RTK has a tool called Create Async Thunk. And don't let the weird name, Thunk, scare you. It's just a function that can do things like API calls. This tool standardizes the whole thing, automatically giving you actions for when the request is pending, when it succeeds, and when it fails. And having that structure makes it super easy to show loading spinners or error messages. But here's the thing. For data fetching, which is most of what we do, RTK has an even more powerful tool called RTK Query. Just think back to all the hoops you had to jump through before. You'd set a loading flag, make the API call, dispatch success action, dispatch an error action, and then you were completely on your own for caching and deciding when to refetch data for every single endpoint. Now, look at this. With RTK Query, you define your API endpoints one time, and from that, RTK generates these custom React hooks for you. In your component, you just call the hook. And that single line of code, it handles the data fetching, it gives you the loading and error states, and, this is huge, it automatically handles caching and refetching. It is a total game changer. So you can see how powerful this is. But with great power comes, well, you know. Let's quickly go over a few best practices to make sure you're building apps that are easy to scale and maintain. First up, structure your code by feature, not by what type of file it is. That means your user slice, your user components, your user tests, they all live together inside a user folder. This makes so much more sense when your app starts to get big. Next, and this is a big one, avoid the trap of throwing absolutely everything into Redux. State that only one component cares about, like, is a drop-down menu open, or what's the current text in an input field? That stuff belongs in local component state. Redux is for global state, the data that lots of different parts of your app need to share. You also have to be careful to only store plain data in Redux. We're talking strings, numbers, booleans, simple objects. If you start putting complex things like functions or promises in your state, you can actually break the Redux dev tools, and you lose that amazing time travel debugging feature. And finally, here's the honest truth. You might not always need Redux. For smaller apps or places where the state is pretty simple, something like React's own context API could be all you need. It's about using the right tool for the job. So when is RTK the right call? Well, it really comes alive in those big enterprise-level apps where state gets really complex and has to be shared all over the place. When you absolutely need predictable updates, powerful debugging, and a great way to handle both server and client state together, that's when Redux Toolkit is the clear winner. You see, by getting rid of all the boilerplate and giving you incredible tools for data fetching right out of the box, Redux Toolkit just lets you focus. You can stop worrying about the ceremony of state management and get back to what you actually want to do: build cool stuff. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?